This dad is broken. This dad is in despair. This dad is on the brink of a meltdown. And here again, I ask you, have you ever been there? Have you ever come to Jesus when you had nothing else left? You had no place else to go, when you're on the verge of a breakdown? I pray that you have, so that you can relate to what's going on here. And if you haven't, I don't wish anything bad upon you. But I will tell you this, that there is something special about coming to the Lord totally at the end of yourself, with no hope, with no chance of anything else, and realizing everything is out of your control. Here again, I share with you some pain. When our son Gideon was born, he had a stroke within the first 24 hours of his life. And my wife and I and our family, I tell you on my behalf, I was an absolute mess. I understand this, Dad. Children's Hospital in Washington, D.C. could not give us answers. All they could do in fairness and honesty was tell us that it could be catastrophic. And we don't have answers, and we won't for a while. But your worst nightmares could be. We'll get back to you. And I can tell you for about 36 hours, I was this dad. Many of you know that Gideon was named, we named him 2 months before he was born. Gideon, mighty warrior. His middle name, already named, was Armor, for the armor of God. And for the 36 hours that I was like this dad, I was an absolute mess. And I don't think that my conversations with Jesus were what they should have been either. But I can tell you that standing over an incubator in what appeared to be like a dungeon, the NATO at Children's Hospital, is an absolute nightmare. God gave me his presence. And I prayed God's word over our son, Judges 6:12, for which he was named. And the angel of the Lord came and said, "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior." And I prayed that verse over him about 1,000 times. And in that place, God gave me peace. Don't write off this dad if you haven't come to that place of despair yet. Just learn the lesson that you need to come to Jesus and watch what Christ shows us as the passage unfolds. Verse 50, Jesus said to him, "Go, your son lives." Go, your son lives. This man wanted Jesus to come with him, right? He had a faith in the potential of Christ because he came to him. Now he's going to have faith in the promise of Christ. And I want you to see the elevation that happens here in the progression of faith. If all you do is trust in the potential of Christ, you're lost. And let me show you. Even if you were to say, I trust the promise of Christ, you're not home yet. In this verse, Jesus demonstrates an amazing compassion. I said to you, this man doesn't deserve mercy or grace, and yet Christ shows us his compassion. Christian, don't ever lose sight of the compassion, either as one who has received it or one who is to distribute it.